Yeah, and we're live, so Federal Prison Talk. Hey guys, I'm just talking with Eve here. We're over here in Albuquerque and hanging out, just talking about prison. And how long you been out now?
About 6 months. On the 24th, it'll be 6 months.
6 months. So
I don't know what today is.
And you went to state prison.
I went to state prison.
Yeah.
Was there for about 2.5 years. Was a very humbling experience.
What level did you go to?
Went to level 2.
Level 2. And there's 4 levels in New Mexico?
Yeah. I was at level 2, level 3 in grants when I first got there. And
level 2 is that? I'm sure level 4 is the worst.
It's supposed to be, yeah, but and grants being a level 2, level 3, it's a lot of fights. It's not really compared to the level 2 that I went to in Las Lunas, which was a work camp. The level 2 in grants is a lot more politics and
politics. Like you wouldn't be talking to me, right? Because of my skin color, right? Well, you can a little bit too.
Yeah, it's not as hardcore as if you're in level 4, but you stick to your own people, your own city. They have their different cars, and
yeah, it's different in the state. I was in the feds, but they do separate you by states sometimes. But I was in level.
Well, most of the time, here they don't really. Most everybody's from New Mexico.
Well, so it
goes
be
by
the
cities.
Yeah. That's what I meant. The feds, they go by states. The states, they go by cities, counties, right?
Yeah, and
Santa Fe and New Mexico and Albuquerque probably don't get along.
Well, they have up north, and they have the Pequeños, which is from Albuquerque. Then they have down south, or they have the Las Cruces boys, and they have.
And you got Native Americans, right?
Yeah,
and there are different tribes probably amongst them that don't.
Well, most of the natives, they all hang out together.
Okay.
They if you're any part native, then you will be, But even like there's some of the black people that hang out with the Hispanics that they come from the same city, like Clovis.
I saw in New Mexico there's only like 2% black people in the whole state. Is that not true?
That's what it says. It seems like it's growing now.
But that's
it used to be. Yeah, it used to be really. Especially in the city, you didn't see that many black people. Now you see them walking around the streets.
But in prison, there's a lot more, right? So so that's maybe true that more of them get arrested than in ratio than other races. Would you say?
It's mostly Hispanics in there.
Okay.
I think, as far as I've seen at the places I've been at.
And so they have their own north-south thing in New Mexico. Like,
well, yeah, they got up north.
Farmington,
Vegas. Taos, all them.
Yeah.
And then, we cover the biggest area here in the middle of the state a lot. There's a lot of people from Albuquerque that are in there. And
and the feds too, there's a lot of people in Albuquerque.
Yeah, but I got along with everybody. I chose to do my time to myself. I chose to get involved with the church.
Hey, we got somebody in the room too already. Just turn on. Kill them all with karma. That's his name. I like that, man.
But I didn't get involved with any of the gang stuff. I didn't get involved with it.
Right.
I had some health problems, so it was kind of different for me. From the time I got in there, I had heart failure, and so they had me in the hospital and at the medical unit.
Oh yeah, and I saw you still got your breathing thing.
Yeah, and don't let it fool you. If you have a medical problem, I still got into fights in there. People still try to rush me.
But even with that, you're here helping us unload my car. You're lifting things. You're not complaining whatsoever. So that's got to, because other people would use that. Oh, I can't do nothing. I can just sit around and get a check.
I really don't want to.
You don't want to do that. I see, man. I'm going to give you props for that.
Live my life.
I give you props. You might have that, but you're not using it as a crutch.
No, I'm trying not to.
Because I hear nothing but good stuff about you from all the people that brought you here. So, I think this guy's one of the guys who's not going back.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I would definitely. I learned my lesson being there. I try to make every day a good day. I try to stay positive. While I was in there also, I lived really reckless before I went. And luckily, I came out on this side with my life.
So did you plan before you release? I don't know how you're going to, when you get released, how you're going to live life?
I planned my day. I planned the day I walked in there. The day that I walked in that place, I made a pledge to myself that I was going to make use of my time, which I did while I was in there. Got involved in as many programs, stayed involved with the church, worked, stayed out of trouble, stayed off the drugs because I said, if I can't stop in here where it's scarce, how am I going to maintain myself when I get out?
So did you have anywhere to go when the day you got out, or anybody you've been talking to?
Yeah,
did you have some kind of connect,
Luckily, I was paroled to my mom's house.
Okay.
My dad had just passed away, so.
And mom's just a good mom? Because some people out there don't have good parents.
Yeah, no, I have a real good mom, and my brother and my girlfriend, who's
I know she's
been in course.
She's been in the feds, and it seemed like you guys are at we have a little Monday night group we have here, and it's a lot of people have done time, and
I have a really great support system around me, and people. I have kids, grandkids, and just people who want to see me do well. I make choices to stay away from the people that I know that want to bring me back in, or don't want to see me do good.
So, like today, what did you do today when you woke up that's going to keep you free and not go back to prison?
Started off with just praising the Lord for waking up, first of all, because I have heart failure, so every day is not promised to me and to anybody really, but my days are, so the doctors say numbered. I feel great, so I'm not worried about that. But I just, I ask God to just bring me through the day and keep me safe and keep all the things away from me that I don't need to be involved with. Mainly, I just.
I got another message here. Chico Blogs. Hey, Sean, can you confirm it? They took down the RDAP program at Sheridan Camp. That's what wow, because they had two. I cannot confirm that. I'm going to look that up today. That was the last place on the West Coast that had RDAP in a camp. And if they took that away, because they took it away in Florence, where I was in Colorado, the nearest one, I think, is Texas. So, let me get back to you. I'll do a YouTube short on that or something. That's I got to find that out. I wouldn't think they would, because everybody in California was going up there, and wow. I'll find out. Now he's talking about federal RDAP, which is different, because New Mexico has an RDAP.
Yeah, I did the RDAP program while I was in grants. I
don't know how similar they are, but we get a year off if we take it.
You get they have it in 3 phases.
Yeah, we had 3 phases,
and you get a month off for each phase, so you get 3 months off your sentence.
Okay.
But the state took over. It was a private prison when I got there.
Oh, private prison. Now, which is better, private or public? Better,
it was real messy when they took over the transition, and one say one was better than the other. They're different. It was real different.
Because in the feds, I've heard the private prisons are better than the feds.
Yeah,
they feed you better. They got better programs. They have like Unicore where you can make $300-400 a month building furniture and stuff.
Yeah, they did have more programs. Once the state came over, all the programs were gone. They took out some of the good food that they had. They had PlayStations, Coke machines,
really
in the pods.
Wow.
So when the state came, they took away all that stuff. The state just,
yeah, because they know better. Yeah.
Anything that's too good for you, they don't want it.
You know why? It's job security. I mean, the whole.
Well, yeah. When I was in Los Lunas, when I got there, we had ice buckets, ice chests, so we could get ice in our water and stuff in our pod.
Yeah.
Well, the deputy warden decided that was too good for us, so
sure, you're here to be punished.
Yeah, they pulled them out. We had 2 microwaves and 2 hot pots. This is too much for you guys. You guys need to wait in line for your microwave. So they took
it's
out
bad enough you strip us from our lives. We're here. We can no contact with the outside world, so to speak. But yeah, take away
anything that's good. They want to take away.
Yeah. And then they wonder why you're angry when you get out and you commit more crimes.
But I just I pretty much decided, that I was going to make good use of my time in there.
You see, you overcame all that. Take everything away from me. I'm still here to work on myself. Right?
And thank God I had, my brother made sure that I was well taken care of. I had everything I needed. I ran into some people that, they didn't have family as good as me. And everybody's prison experience is very different.
Yeah.
My girlfriend, for example, she had a way different experience than I had.
And she was in the feds, yeah.
She was in the feds, and she didn't have family that took care of her.
Hopefully him and his girlfriend will come on here too. I'm at my office, Wings for Life, and he's volunteering and working on becoming a certified peer support worker. That's like a social worker with a criminal background, and actually they have such a thing. So he's working on getting that. I just passed mine, but yeah, and I'll help you get through that too.
Yeah, I was glad to see that there's something that can have a purpose, that I could help people, that I could.
Or actually worse, some because we can bill Medicaid. It's like $90 for every 15 minutes I talk to somebody. Even if I talk to them for 2, you bill them for 15. And so whoever hires me, they can make $360 an hour off me. Who says crime doesn't pay? I don't know. I got a couple of people already came in. Chico says, yeah, because I self-surrendered there and they said they took it down. I'm from the Bay Area. That's where I'm from. That was the closest one, but there's nothing I can do anymore, I guess. It's not too late to put a transfer into a different prison, even though because you haven't self-surrendered yet. There is a way to do that. I don't know when you self-surrender, but even if you go there, they don't have it. They will transfer you to a prison where they have it, but they're not going to do that till like your last year of prison. So you'll go there and you'll start the RDAP. They're not going to do that right away. I don't know how much time you got. And judge and PSR recommended me was for RDAP. Now the judge's recommendation doesn't mean nothing, guys. I hate to tell you, but if it's in your PSR with you had a drug problem or alcohol problem, then you can get in. Otherwise, you need a letter from a verified source, and it's never too late to get that either. But yeah, so you'll get to RDAP eventually. They just might have to transfer you. I'll find out and do a short on it tonight. And he says, I surrender next week. Yeah, that's not enough time probably to put a transfer in, but they will send you to a place that has RDAP if they don't have it there already. I'll try to find out tonight. My number's on all my videos. Call me later too, because I'm just going to go to the BOP website or Google it myself really to find out, or call RDAP Dan. He's on the other YouTube channels. RDAP Dan would know too. Sorry, but I got guys on pretrial that watch me all the time. So, did you have to do? Were you locked up the whole time until you got sentenced to prison, or were you?
No,
out?
I actually turned myself into the prison. I didn't have to go through the county jail. I didn't.
That's what I did. That's the Fed thing, but now they're letting state people do that.
The judge did me that favor because I got sick. COVID's what damaged my heart and all that, and it was during COVID. So he did me the favor of not making me go sit in county jail where I was going through a COVID outbreak in there. So I turned myself in down in Los Angeles to the RDC.
I remember the day I had to go turn myself in. You got to walk up to the gate. I mean, do you remember that day when you had to turn yourself in?
My brother and my 2 sons took me in, dropped me off there at the gate, and walked in.
I'm here to check in.
Yeah, I mean, they were surprised themselves. They didn't know I was coming.
Yeah, because that's something you don't hear about that in state prisons too much.
Yeah, well, I guess it was unheard of for them. They were like,
"Wow,
what are you doing here?"
They didn't even have a prop. They didn't even know what to do. Huh?
Well, it wasn't all that. When the day that I turned myself in, when I walked through the gate, they took my blood pressure and everything, and they sent me straight to the hospital with heart failure, where I stayed for the first month of prison. I was in the hospital at UNMH,
which was probably nicer than prison.
It was. And then when I went in, I didn't do the intake like everybody else because they brought me from the hospital. Then they put me in the long-term care unit for another 3 months. Then they sent me on to Grants.
Wow.
Where I stayed there for 1.5 years.
Damn.
And like I said, my prison experience was a lot different than some people's because I was in the hospital a lot. I was sick.
Yeah. There's a lot. You were in there during the pandemic, so was there a lot of people getting sick?
I've seen about 3 or 4 people die from COVID while I was there. Yeah,
well, I mean, the medicals in the Fed, it's the worst medical system I've ever seen. So I could imagine if you get sick in there.
Yeah, what they did with you if you got COVID while you were in there is they put you in a segregation program.
Yeah, they basically just
let you sit your 2 weeks in there until
you make either gonna die or live. Want to just get out of our way, put you in a little room,
so you don't get everybody else.
See if you live.
Yeah,
really.
That's basically what they did with you. And
yeah,
the medical was not really good there. They let me die a couple times. By the grace of God, I'm still here.
Yeah.
I know.
Do you have a message for Chico here? He's got it next week. He's got a self-surrender. They're got him going up to a prison in Oregon. But if you got any words of wisdom, any advice for him?
Just in the next week, before you go, if you have family, kids, spend as much time that you can with them. I didn't do that, and I feel bad. I felt bad for that. It was one of the things that I really regretted when I got there because prison wasn't so bad. The main thing that was the worst thing was being away from my kids and my family, not being able to be at birthday parties and Christmases and stuff. And I just
You can come in, but we got a live show going. Got another fellow. Oh yeah, I'll get. I'm only gonna be a couple more minutes. Okay. I'm also at work, guys, but I work with all kinds of felons, so we got it good.
But just be strong, and when you get there, just choose how you do your time. Everybody got to make that choice when they get there, and you can choose to be a shit stick and be in trouble and doing drugs and getting in fights and being locked down and slammed down, or you can make use of your time, get involved with programs, get involved with, they got community support in there.
There's good people in prison too, and you'll know who the good guys are and the bad guys are right away. You'll know. Right?
And the most important thing my brother told me, because my brother had been to prison 7.5 years, and I was like, what is it is there anything you want to tell me that's going to keep me out of trouble? Any advice? And he just told me, you just conduct yourself as you do on the street. You're respectable. You respect people.
Yeah, respect's a big thing in prison. Don't be snooping in there, under their bed and walking. When you walk by, that's where they live. Their house. Just keep going. Right?
Don't be loud around people's houses. Just be respectful to the way you want somebody else to be around you, and take it day by day.
Yeah,
because anything can happen on any day. Don't get comfortable where you're at, because you can be switched bunks, you can be switched cells, you can be switched penitentiaries.
Yeah. And cleanliness, man, and hygiene. I've seen them drag guys into the shower that I don't take showers or whatever. I'm wearing the same pants for 2 days in a row. No, all that stuff, right?
Yep.
Because you live with other people now, man.
Clean up after yourself, in the public areas.
Don't touch something that's not yours. Even if you're moving 3 inches away, you just
don't get involved with other people's conversations.
Yeah.
When you hear them talking about something, ear hustling is just frowned upon greatly.
Yeah.
And just
just be respectful. And I've never been to the penitentiary, but now I could get through it, having been through a level 1. But at the time, I don't know if I could have survived the penitentiary, man. I was ready to tell them, just throw me in the hole the whole time so I could be safe. But I've gotten over that. But I know there's a lot of fears. You're going to a camp in Sheridan. From what I know about Sheridan, where you're going, the guards are more dangerous than the inmates. They're kind of strict up there because it's a huge camp, from what I understand. And they're gonna have, it's a working place. You're gonna either work on the farm or you're gonna work in the dairy. You're gonna be basically picking lettuce and stuff like that. You're gonna be a farm worker or working on the dairy. It's hard work. And if you refuse to work, they'll throw you in the shoe. And the guards are really strict, and they do a lot of shakedowns and searches and stuff like that. Even though there's no fence there and things get in, Sheridan's not the easiest place to do your time. He says you got 39 months. Hey, Tashika, all right, what's going on? Hope you're doing good, bro. Haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, I'm still doing good. I'm at work and trying to do a show and work, and I'm on the clock. And that's okay. My boss is also a guy I did time with in Florence Feds. So anyways, this is Steve, guys, and he's been coming around helping us out over here, and he's gonna be a certified peer support worker at CPSW, and he's just kind of hanging out and trying to never go back to prison. He's a good guy. So we're just talking for 5-10. What's been 20 minutes now. But I know I got somebody that needs my help, because I'm doing jobs and housing for people getting out of prison. And the guy just came with the phone, and I got to call somebody back. But last words of advice for anybody out there. And thank you guys for watching, by the way.
Just, if you're ready to head there, or if you got out, just know that you can't bounce back from it. Get your time done. And you got choices to make when you're in there and when you get out. And if you start to plan while you're in there for when you get out, it makes it a lot easier when you get out here.
He says he's got his CDL license. They actually, in the feds, you can drive trucks for the feds and go pick up supplies at town and stuff like that with the CDL. Be careful, though, because certain people are going to tell you to pick up a package on your way back, and if you refuse to, and you might not want to take one of those jobs.
But just God bless you, and
my advice to you is anybody that is you care about right now that you see every day, you hug them. I don't care if you just fought with your wife or your girlfriend, and you just hug them as many times as you can a day, 5, 6, 10 times a day, and just say, I love you, I love you, I love you, because you're not going to get another chance to do that while you're in there. Yeah, on visiting day, maybe you get a quick hug and stuff. It's not going to be the same kind that you give today. So do that as often, as many times as you can over the next week. And I'll just read a few comments, and we got to go, guys. But Toshika says, it's a good that you got a criminal background. Though every council I went to as a kid, I'd be like, have you ever been through it? They say no. And I'd be like, well, how the hell you know how it feels? I get it. A lot of people will be able to relate to you. Kill 'em all with Karma says, I almost went to prison. Long story short, I got ILC and finished my programs. So taking off my record. And don't go back. Good, man. You know what? You got a gift. Take that and run with that, man, that you didn't have to actually go in. There's a lot of us, we did. And not all of us get to sit here and talk about life is, I don't know if it's good today. To me, I should not be alive. I would have died had I not went to prison. My heart rate was 229 or something when they arrested me, and I had a heart attack, and because I wouldn't stop doing the drugs. I was probably going to die any day until, thank God I went to prison.
Prison definitely saved my life too. I was living recklessly. I was doing drugs, selling drugs. That's when I went into heart failure. When I got there, my blood pressure was way up there, my heart rate. And
my central nervous system, I still do all this, and that's half Italian, but the other half is, that stuff's just, I may be like this for years, but I'm clean right now. I'm sober and things are good. So,
congratulations again on your test.
Yeah, I passed my test. I'm a certified peer support worker now. So the state actually gave me a certificate to be like a social worker that's been to prison kind of thing. So, and most states have it. Anyways, guys, we got to go. I got to get back to work. I got somebody who needs a job or housing. I'm going to go help them with. They're on the phone. And see, Kill 'em all. Karma says, life learning lessons. Appreciate hearing others' stories. To Shashanka, I forget. But we talk all the time on our little Facebook channel. We have a Facebook little message board for a whole bunch of people that have YouTube prison channels. I do too. I used to hang out with people, Vietnam generation. Oh yeah, and older. You can learn a lot from from here. Guys, we got to go. I'll leave a short about if the RDAP program in Sheridan did get closed down. Thank you, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Appreciate it. Boy, people are coming on. I didn't expect that quick.